Hello there everyone and welcome to 101 Studios. Today we're going to be showing you off the new update that the Space Engineers developers has come up with is Oxygen. And if you look at my little HUD, you'll see down by the gravity box it'll say Oxygen None. And this is one of my favorite updates. I've been looking for this for a long time. And I refitted ISPA Clara to be able to, let's say, be auctionagized. I don't know if that's the right term, but we'll go with it. So we'll start heading into the ship. We'll go through the front hangar. Let's open up this door, and the first thing you probably notice is that thing right in front of me. Yep. Let's close the door as we go in. And those are one of the new new blocks they added, and those are the oxygen vents, which they use conveyors to run oxygen through to your entire ship. And since they're in depressurized mode, right, blue is depressurized, so there's no oxygen in this room. You can see there's none. But if we hit this little panel here, it will start going green, and you can see like a little tiny particle effect, and this room slowly fills up with oxygen. There's two of them that help speed this up because this is a hangar. You're going to be opening out and closing a lot. So, as we move through the ship, you might be able to see a couple differences, like 3 vents in this room. Close that door. So these doors actually serve as purpose now. They're just not decoration for stopping people from shooting you down a long hallway. So, you can see these are depressurized right now, but as I have on these panels, I can depressurization stops oxygen from flowing into the room when these doors open, so you're not wasting oxygen. Because yes, it is a material you can waste, and it is very precious. I'm in creative mode, so I get all the air I want, but that's beside the point. So we come through here, and you can see maybe a couple differences with the reactor room and production room. It had a couple bugs, so I fixed it up a little bit, made it more efficient and more effective in what it was doing. There also is, we'll look through it later, and you can see maybe a closer look at the particle effect. Show up, please. Okay, let's open the door so it happens. I don't know when the particle effect happens, but I don't know how it happens. Oh, there it is. Yeah, you can see the particle effect of air. So not many changes in this room. Oh, yeah, I'm decided to stick with as little mods as I possibly can for my ships now, because just having all those mods in it is cool, but I mean, it just lags the game. Yeah, let's go into this room first before we head up. And this is the second block they have added to the game. These are oxygen tanks. They store your oxygen, so you can have lots of it in reserves, and it's not just constant. Your things that we'll get to later aren't constantly producing them and putting them in and just sending it through the ship. Oxygen is not, don't worry about, like in some games, oxygen gets used no matter what. Oxygen in this game does not get used unless it's thrown out into space or your guy breathes it. That's the only time. I didn't show this before, but the medical rooms are actually tucked away behind here, so they can. It's actually really out of sight. Come through here, we have 2 more, so we can fill this room up and go up into the command area. Come through here, you can see that there is no drop-off area. It's just a tunnel with glass underneath it, so you can come into here. And you can see this area is now completely closed off because oxygen and reasons in those areas want to depressurize the route. I don't want this area to get depressurized up here at all, unless there's a hull breach, but I still don't want that. So we come through here, there's an air vent there, and we can just look inside here. We can observe it constructing it, which I think is kind of cool. Come through here. And if you remember from the last video, these were storage, these were like bedrooms and showers, but now it has been refitted for oxygen tanks and producing oxygen. If we want to take a look inside of these, they have ice crystals that you find by mining ice asteroids, and then you produce it into oxygen, which is quite cool. we come through here, and it still is the arsenal. I still wanted to keep this as the arsenal because it's the farthest point in the ship. So if we look in here, we have 3 guns, and each gun gets 30 round mags, but just in case it's a heavy firefight, extra mags. So you can grab mags, have a firefight. There are also still air things here. Yeah, it seems the oxygen I just find is a really cool feature to be added to the game, so I hope you guys mess around with it and add it to your ships, and have a good day. Goodbye. Hello everyone, I know I already said goodbye, but I think I wanted to show off a couple more features that I added to the ship. You can see I changed up the command deck a little bit. You got some more panels, make it more decorative. But if we come over to the window, you can look outside and you can see those giant guns right there. Those things, I realized, are used to take out other ships, because this ship fares really well against fighters, which if it's not, that video is already not out, it'll probably be the next video out, but in the video you can see the ship's just getting shredded apart, and like the fighters are like, oh yeah, fighters, but when I didn't record it, but I put it up against some other larger ships like this one, it just didn't fare very well in the firefight. So I decided to add some really large cannons to help tear through the hull and take out the ship. These were added to the game by the developers. The developers of Space Engineers, and it's just a really cool thing. They make mods sometimes to showcase new things they made. They don't necessarily add it to the game because maybe it's too overpowered or other things like that, but if we come in here, we can actually look into this, and let's find that gun. It's near the bottom. You can just see all the things that the ship has, but we can control it. I'll have to nope, we can't control it that way. We'll have to use the main computer. Let's go over here to the main area. Sit down. Got everything equipped with it, but you can see the guns move quite slowly to get the target, but when they fire... Why are you firing? Oh yeah, I have the guns disabled. Dang it. But I will refix that and make it on shoot on off, because that works too. You could just see that, you could hear that shot. It's beautiful sounding. Just imagine hearing that and something penetrates your ship. That would be so cool. Let's turn that off so let's keep firing. But I just wanted to show you those off. They're a nice feature, and this will be updated to the Steam Workshop. All the features added to that will be on the Steam Workshop, and the mods and description will be in the description of the ship. And have a good day. Goodbye.